Hello! Thank you for stopping by. My name is Becky and this is Bex Reads, and I am in such a good mood right now. I don't know what. I honestly don't know what put me in such a happy mood, but I am just so fucking smiley right now. Don't ask me why. I didn't take anything, I swear. I'm just in a happy mood today. Anywho, I'm here to give you my May wrap-up. Let's do a rapid-fire breakdown of the 18 books that I finished this month. I had one 6-star, and that was In the Hour of Crows by Dana Elmendorf. I had 3 5-stars, including The Weaver Takes a Wife by Sherry Cobb South, A Swift and Savage Tide by Chloe Neal, and The Prince of Prohibition by Marilyn Marks. I had one 4.5-star, and that was Wild Scottish Beauty by Trisha O'Malley. I had 3 4-stars, including A Touch of Gold and A Curse of Gold by Annie Sullivan, and To Pillage a Pirate by Heather C. Mayers. I had one 3.5-star, and that was When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I had 6 3-stars, including Sign Here by Claudia Lux, Woman of Light by Kelly Bayardo Einstein, The Dragon Who Loved Me by G.A. Aiken, A Goblin of the Glade by Mackenzie Catron, Island Witch by Amanda Jayatisa, and Carnally Ever After by Jackie Barboza. I had one 2.5-star, and that was Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. And I had 2 2-stars, including Raiders of the Lost Heart by Joe Segura and Nyla, Princess of Sheba by Mukami Nagari. I read 11 audiobooks this month. 3 of them came from Libby, including Raiders of the Lost Heart, Woman of Light, and Sign Here, which as you can see, I owned all of those physically, but I got them through Libby, so I didn't have to pay for them. I got one off of Libro FM, which was When the Moon Hatched, and I did pay for this, which I am really regretting because, you know, at the time, my library didn't have this book, and then all of a sudden, you know, as soon as I finish it, my library gets it, so I got 5 of these audiobooks from Everand, including Carnally Ever After, The Prince of Prohibition, A Swift and Savage Tide, The Dragon Who Loved Me, and A Touch of Gold. And once again, thank you to whoever has been using my Everand referral code because I got another month free of audiobooks. So thank you so much. My Everand referral code will be linked in the description as always if you want to get, I think it's now 1 month free of audiobooks. It used to be 2, but now I think it's just 1. If you use it, you should be able to get 1 month of free audiobooks, and I in turn get 1 month free as well. So thank you once again. I did not have to pay for any of my Everand audiobooks this month. And I got 2 books from Hoopla, which were A Curse of Gold and Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. This is the first time that I am using Hoopla because I was finally able to access it with one of my library cards. My main library doesn't utilize Hoopla, but I got it through a different one, so yay! I read 5 ebooks this month. The Weaver Takes a Wife and To Pillage a Pirate were both free ebooks. I read Island Witch through Libby. I got an ARC from NetGalley of In the Hours of Crows. And the only ebook that I purchased was Nyla, Princess of Sheba. And I read 2 physical books this month, which were Wild Scottish Beauty, which was an ARC that was sent to me, and A Goblin of the Glade, which is a book that I have owned previous to this year. And one of the things that I wanted to focus on in May was to finish out some series or make progress on some series, so here's how I did on that. I completed the Kit Brightling duology, so I'm done with that series. I got caught up in the Enchanted Highlands series, with this book being the most recent one. I decided to DNF the Numidia Parable series, but I did finish reading the second book that I own. I also made progress in the Dragonkin series. I believe I am now on book 6 for my reread of this series. And I completed the Touch of Gold duology, so I got that marked off as well. I stopped filming and then I remembered I have to do my haul and unhaul for the month as well. So, sorry about any sort of change there. I did not haul a lot of books this month because I am trying to cut back on my spending after spending so much money at a Polycon. So this month I only hauled 3 books. I did haul Wild Scottish Beauty, which was an ARC that was sent to me, so I did not purchase this one. I did purchase The Prince of Prohibition by Marilyn Marks, this hardcover from Amazon. Then I did get my May fantasy romance box from Fairy Loot, and in that came A Curse of Blood and Wolves. I really like the foiling on this cover. This is a book that I had never heard of, so I'm apprehensive about that, but I'm going to give it a try because it is paranormal romance. I do like these stenciled edges. It does have this beautiful foiled wolf on the cover and this rose on the back. Got some end paper art. It's different and it's foiled. And it has a reversible dust jacket. So those are the 3 books I hauled this month, and this is what I spent on physical books. So a lot less than last month, but still more than I should have paid for 2 whole books. But okay, anyway, let's move on to the Unhaul. I have a nice little stack here. All of these books will be placed on my Pango, which is linked down in the description if you want to check it out. There's no guarantee they'll be there by the time you see this video, but if they are and you want to get something for cheaper, it's there. So first, I am unhauling Praise by Sarah Kate. This is a book that my sister got me for some reason or whatever, and I have already tried to read this book and I DNF'd it, and she never got around to returning it to Barnes & Noble, so it's going on Pango. And then unhauling The Paradox Hotel, which is an adult mystery that I was really interested in reading, but then I tried to listen to the audiobook and I just didn't care about the story, so there's that. I'm also unhauling Bookends, which is a book that really the cover just captured my attention, and then I realized that it was a Christian romance, and I just don't want to read a Christian romance. They aren't my thing anymore. I then decided to call it quits and DNF this series as a whole because I'm never going to make progress in it, and I'm not drawn to rereading these, so I am unhauling The House of Dark Shadows and Watcher in the Woods. This was a really good, adventurous, mysterious, young YA series back when I read it, and I really liked this first book. I reread this first book quite a few times, but I never progressed, so I'm just gonna call it a DNF for this series, and I will probably give these to my sister because they don't have any romance in them or anything like that, so I think she'll like them. Also unhauling The White Spell by Lynn Curlin. This is a book that I picked up at random at my local used bookstore because it sounded witchy, but then I found out this is the 10th book in a series, and I don't want to read that. I'm also unhauling Unwind because this was the only book in this series that I enjoyed, but as much as I like this, I have reread it a few times and I still really enjoy it, but this was the only one I liked, and I just don't feel like having it on my shelf. I'm also unhauling Hunt on Dark Waters by Katie Robert. I tried to read this and I just did not care about the story. I didn't like the writing, and I just don't think me and Katie Roberts vibe as reader-author, so it's going. I am definitely going to unhaul Raiders of the Lost Heart because I hated this book with a burning passion. These characters were so stupid. I'm also unhauling Sign Here by Claudia Lux. This was a fine book, but one that I am never going to reread. Same thing can be said for A Woman of Light. This was a fine historical fiction, but I'm never going to reread it. I'm also getting rid of A Goblin of the Glade by Mackenzie Catron. I just didn't love this book as much as I loved the first book in this series, so I'm going to give this to my sister as well. And that was just a little recap of the books that I read in May. So let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite book that you read in May? But if you don't want to comment that, but would like to let me know that you made it to the end of this video, could you leave me is there a blackbird emoji or a feather emoji for In the Hour of Crows, because it was my favorite book of this month. So with that, thank you so much for watching this short wrap up, and until my next video, good luck on your June reading. Bye!